I was blessed to be able to visit Israel, known for its ancient and rich history. Home of ancient ruins, its architecture was greatly influenced by King Herod. Home of historic sites. Of all of the ancient buildings that still stand in Israel, nothing is more incredible than the Dome of the Rock, built by Byzantine architects on the site of the first and second temples by the early Islamic rulers of Jerusalem in the year of Christ's birth, 691. So very grateful for the opportunity to be at the birthplace of three of the world's greatest religions, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. At the Kibbutz, again, I saw Yigal Allen Center Museum Hall. I saw the ancient 2,000-year-old first century vessel, which was comprised of 9 different wood types. It was discovered in January of 1986 by 2 brothers after a drought and receding waters in the Sea of Galilee. It was confirmed that this was actually the type of boat used by fishermen during the life of Christ. Enter now the Duck in Altuma, which is now part of one of the main buildings of the Magdala. Here we find a unique boat chapel, an ecumenical worship space and place that draws its name from Luke 5, verses 3 through 4. The boat-shaped altar in this chapel commemorates not only the miraculous catch, but Jesus' preaching from the boat. And so the gospel trail continues, and we begin to see and touch the very places where Jesus Christ walked. Following Jesus' footsteps. Here pictured is one of the many images and paintings of Jesus the Christ, followed by his disciples. No. We recall the stories, peace be still. Follow me. He is still the great physician. He still has healing and resurrecting power. He delivers and sets free. He wants no one to be lost. The Beatitude, we recall Jesus, 3:12. We fittingly listen to a sermonette on the Mount. At the Bethlehem Bible College, we meet brother and friend Yusef Al-Khoury, who's a lecturer here at the Biblical Studies and Missions Department, who spoke about the Israeli colonism of Palestine and the ongoing restrictions of movement and how it impacts children who continue to be detained and interrogated and imprisoned as a result of Israelis' systemic oppression. Here's a depiction of Mary and Jesus inside the Church of the Nativity. Couldn't capture everything in this brief video, but we visited the most sacred sites, including the Western Wall, also known as the Wailing Wall. As a result of this experience, I hope to understand Scripture better. My Western point of view no longer takes precedence. I'm forever impacted by this new Middle Eastern perspective. I want to be able to affirm the reality of God's presence. It was a delight witnessing my husband and others, including myself, get caught up in the spirit of the moment. As we look at this imagery at the West Bank Wall, we are reminded that injustice in one part of the world is injustice in every part of the world. We all need to include Jerusalem in our daily prayers. So Israel will continue to hold a very special place in my heart as the country where Jesus was born, where he lived, where he died. But he lives. He lives. The Bible has come to life, and his life has been played out. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to see where Jesus's place of birth, Bethlehem, the manger square, the cave in which Jesus was born, the experience of being baptized at the Jordan River at the site of the baptismal, and visiting the Mount of Beatitudes, the Garden of Gethsemane, the Old City of Jerusalem, the Dead Sea, Masada, Jericho, Nazareth, Tiberias, the Sea of Galilee. It has allowed me to draw closer to God. Shalom.